Hello, fashion friends and family. This is Stacy here from Sobromo, Mason Elsa Fitzgerald, and the Fashion Heritage Needle Trades Foundation. This is the So Money episode Start Small. So Money is bringing you the big business of fashion to the startup entrepreneur. And so the message today is really about starting small. Often when you're an early stage fashion venture, you're trying to build so much so fast. And then that's really great because we want you to have really big dreams. But then we overwhelm ourselves. And then we just get into this place where we just freeze and we stop. And then time passes and then we don't build momentum. And then we get discouraged. And then we sort of lose faith in that thing, in that passionate dream that we have within our soul. So starting small may not feel like big progress. And I'm going to give you the example of the Fashion Entrepreneur Needle Trades membership. It is something that has been rooted in my soul for so long because I have been working in the industry for over 20 plus years. And, between the US, Europe, and Asia, I've had so many different experiences. And the consulting sessions and our classes, they're just not enough. And I really wanted to create a community that was me cheerleading you on, sharing knowledge, doing exercises, creating engagement, and pretty much holding you accountable, like showing up to the gym with you, but in your venture gym. And so I kept holding back on doing it. I thought, oh, I need to build all these modules. I need to figure out which platform is the best. And it was really just preventing me from realizing it. So then I just took it small and easy. Easy goes, easy went the steps. So it was like, let's get together on a Zoom call. Let's create, a few modules, a few programs. And they were just sort of 1 hour long sessions. And then I was really seeing how connected the entrepreneurs are to each other. And I realized it isn't just about the knowledge. The knowledge is the foundation that connects us through our passion, through our fashion venture work. But it is a very emotional journey. So don't let that element of the emotional journey take you away from the thing that you are here to do. You're meant to do this work. And so what is that one small step that you can start today? That's the first piece, right? Then you have to stick with it. So even when you're not seeing big traction, so didn't know how the quality of the engagement would change. I was very used to these kind of one-on-one sessions and consulting sessions that were charging, $200 an hour just because that time is booked out for me. And so that was what I had to charge in order to have that face time and also the research time to look into the ventures. That said, I wasn't sure how I was going to convert this very intentional conversations I'm having with ventures into 5, even 4 people. And so then, I let it to stabilize. So as we got, 3 members, 4 members, then I started to feel a bit more comfortable with that. And, I've done like large group speaking, but my main goal was to make sure that these ventures are feeling connected and it wasn't content that was just sort of like left in the internet world and not being seen. Like I want this knowledge to be transformational. So small steps. And I could have very easily just said, oh, 3 people is not that much. In terms of a business model, this isn't really impactful on the bottom line, the financial bottom line. The amount of time I was putting into it wasn't sort of like adding up, but it's something I'm driven to do. And in time, I then invited more entrepreneurs into the group and saw that we can scale this, but I realized even more steps I can take. So then I started taking that next step. So this weekend we'll be hosting the online webinar, and that's where it's like sharing that knowledge, very intentional knowledge, but making it available to all the members. So whatever it is that you're working on, you don't have to have all the answers as to how it's going to unfold, and don't talk yourself out of it. I could have very easily talked myself out of it and said, hey, this membership isn't very profitable, but it's creating impact. But when you're doing impact driven work, especially for a for-profit business entity, you want to make sure it's viable. And so I could have very easily said, like, let's just edit this out, but my soul is there. So my passion's there, connecting your passion with the first steps, sticking to it. And so now we're at 8 members, and I'm really excited to incrementally grow that and grow the offerings that we have for those individuals. So take a step for a moment and think about what is that one thing that you need to do now that would build that traction. And I don't mean go developing the whole product and like all building your website. I don't mean all the steps it's going to take on the big level. I'm talking about like what's that one step that you could do right now that will create opportunity for you to have some wins. Where can you find a single win? That may be as simple as posting an article. And I'm going to call out one of our members in our program, Clover. She's got this great business model, really looking at creating diversity in dance. And she has this article that she's written. It's really beautifully done, but she's held back launching it, publishing it. And it doesn't even have to go to, it can go to a journalist, but maybe that's just putting a post on her blog, on her website, adding up blog as a reading and sharing it on social media, and then sharing that narrative that might lead to that next step. So what's the one step to do now? And follow through with it. Don't make excuses. Don't put something else that you need to do that's a priority. Make you and your passion and your venture realize a priority. So you have to start small to build strong, and that will lead to your self-confidence, and then your conviction, and then so many other things. And yes, there will be roadblocks. Yes, you will have moments of being discouraged, but you return back to that next step. And so I am so thankful that you've joined us for this episode of the So Money series. And if you are interested in signing up for our membership, you can find out more on sobromo.com. It's the Fashion Entrepreneur Needle Trades membership. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.